I just picked my nose.
He picked his nose on the.
Oh, that was a good throw.
Live.
Good throw.
How was that a good throw?
That was. It was in your hand. It hit your hand. I mean, it hit the palm of your hand.
This is Sherpa. You were all excited about this. Is this one recording?
Yeah, we're going.
Not doing a production.
Good.
No more.
So we're welcome back to episode. Where are we at, bro? Come on, you gotta
40.
know.
39.
39.
Are you sure we're 39?
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 39. Thanks. Are you okay today, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. You all right? You
I'm
sure?
all right. What's going
Okay. All right. I like that you're okay.
Just try.
Anything you got to talk about, you let us know. So he said
What happened?
that we were talking over each other.
I don't think so.
But let's get back
maybe,
to you for a minute.
maybe. Me?
Yeah, you're in 16th.
I thought we were talking about
bro.
Sherpa.
Yeah,
No, I'm in
Sherpa.
14th.
You're in 14th. So
Okay.
we're talking about the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
March Madness.
Yeah. Who doesn't love it?
Yeah, I love it.
You're picking all your teams the entire
I
way
know
through.
that.
So your teams could not have not played yet.
No, some of them not played today.
That's
Today.
Oh, today. Okay.
Today.
Do you have any left that can go?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I do.
Not if you're in 16th. Means everybody lost.
No. Duke's in the
Except
Duke's
Duke.
right. Duke's gonna win.
The
it all.
only one that
But Duke's
could
gonna
you
win it.
imagine he wins it all?
Yeah, but
And he only has one team in it. That could be possible. I don't
could
think
be
it couldn't be. It couldn't be.
I'm gonna be.
It couldn't be because somebody else would have to have it. I'm in 6th, and all of my teams is lost. Yeah, isn't that crazy? She's tied for first with 2 other people. She's tied for, and I know all of them.
Yeah.
How fun is it though? So
Yeah,
we
it's
joined a bracket challenge with a buddy of mine, and everybody's cruising along. I was cruising along. Day one, I was killing.
You were up there with
I was tied for 3rd.
St. John's though.
And,
Man.
They embarrassed me.
Very upset. That was a big upset.
Yeah. Oh,
Bad.
I like that.
nice. That was good.
Yeah.
They did.
That was a big upset for a lot of people.
Oh, huge. If you're going to play in this tournament, if you do not play your best, there's no second chances.
Yeah.
They came out flat. The top 10, and there's always the big upsets, the 1 versus the 12, the 10. They always get knocked out. The 3s and 6, that kind of shit. But St. John's, that was an epic battle between those two coaches. Yeah. They're both very winning coaches, right? And at the end of the day, they didn't come to play. And they laid it. I love that. So the bottom line is this, Dees, that you are in 16th,
14th,
because 14th, because all your teams have gotten knocked out. You're 5-1-4-8. Let's see what you got left. You have one. This is your earlier one. Yeah, on your first day, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You had 7 teams knocked out.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's why you're 14.
14.
So you have no more. All your teams that are knocked out
I'm in
now?
the middle.
You're not in the middle.
I am in the middle.
You're last.
You're about to be like, you're
I'm going to be out.
You're about to be.
Like, I'm going to be out.
Okay.
Like, I mean, for real, I'm going to be out.
But I had games to play tonight.
Yeah, I'm
once
gonna
that
be
settles in, I'm going to go up a little higher.
And there's Stax. Stax is in first. You
She
believe that?
is
She doesn't
killing
know shit about sports. Like, she really doesn't know a fucking thing about
She
sports.
kills it.
And this chick is fucking rolling. Last year in the Super Bowl, remember that one?
Yeah.
The Survivor Series?
Yeah.
She tied for first,
Yeah.
and they offered her a buyout. She said no,
She does do that sometimes.
and she lost.
She's like, I'm going to go the distance.
They were going to give her half,
Yeah.
So Cece, did that last year.
She was down.
She won it.
She was, no, listen, in our bracket, she was down second to the bottom. Now she's like third.
Oh, Cece, yeah.
She kicked up.
Let's see where she is.
She's
right
like,
now.
I think she's fourth.
She's
fourth.
still tied for fourth.
Yeah.
But you remember, there's 3 people tied for first, and there's 2 people tied for fourth. So if you look at it that way, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
So CC is between 4 and 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's 2 tied for 4, but there's 3 tied for first.
Yeah.
So those 3, somebody has to be 1, 2, 3, but they're all tied right now in the wins. And you see, it won't even come down to points because they all have the same amount of points.
Did you talk to your guy about the point system?
Yeah, it's just by wins.
It's by wins. So
Yeah.
the points don't even matter.
Yeah, they will matter if
gotta
it
matter at
comes
some
down
point.
to a tie.
Tie.
Right. But then what'll happen is ESPN does all this. Holiday ESPN. They're the ones, he doesn't keep track of this himself. He just plugs it into them and they do all the work. So that's how it works.
Wins to your pick.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't know how, I don't know the formula, but there's clearly a formula to it that
Because you're still in it. You're like
Oh, I'm out.
No, you're out, but
I'm
you're
out,
not for your pick. But your
Yeah.
wins are still.
No,
you're still,
I'm out.
Is that what that X
I'll be
means?
out of it. No, the X means that my
Teams
the
are still
one-
winning.
Yeah, they're not winning enough.
Well,
Every time
you're
that
still above
you,
So
because you're terrible.
yeah, but am I?
You're
I'm
out.
still in.
No, you're out too.
No, I'm not.
The only thing you have left
No,
is
I'm not.
Duke.
I'm 14. and really, you're just in the way. You're just like a wall. They just get you out of my way.
I am in
They
the
go
way.
on
I
you.
am in the way. But clearly, both of our teams are not winning.
So I'm
You know,
actually not 14th. I'm actually
No,
like
you are
12.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. That's funny shit. Yeah. You should be out. I mean, you lost more than I did. I clearly because
Did
I'm
I?
in sixth,
No, I didn't.
but I'm out. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
So I have one more than
UConn.
you.
I had UConn today. They got knocked out.
Yeah, so I won more than you.
No, you lost more than
No,
me.
but I'm still in it. You lost.
No, you're not.
No.
You didn't.
No.
you didn't.
You're not
win.
even in the. You can't even say bracket. You're not even in it.
I don't know who I got. I'm gonna see right now. Hold on. Let's see what we got right now. I've got a lot of teams go. I've got Michigan beating. Oh, see, that's gonna be a tough one today. I got Michigan beating Auburn. That's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I think Auburn and Duke are going to be last in it. I do.
Yeah, I got
really do.
Michigan. Oh no, that's not today. That's not gonna be today.
Michigan might be there too. They're definitely going to be up there.
We got there's a bunch of. Oh, you got all the night games tonight. Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you.
I
man.
lost in Wisconsin. I
And the
picked
lightning's
Wisconsin.
on, baby.
I love March Madness, dude. I mean,
Everybody loves it. Yeah,
it's such a good time.
Yeah.
It's really such a good time. So I got a story to tell you guys. I got two stories to tell you.
You were very
great
excited
stories.
about this
what?
epiphany that happened.
No, it wasn't even epiphany. It was a story, right?
Okay.
Epiphany is
Well,
I love. I don't even care
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
Whatever it is to you, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what I love. So two things that happened to
What
me this week. Once again, of course, right?
An epiphany.
No,
And-
yeah, right. So I'm all excited. You and I, we sat there that night till 1 o'clock, 1:30,
Yeah.
laughing, having a
Yeah.
good time, having a couple beers, right? Sitting there talking, and I said the next day, I said, hey, Sherpa, what are you doing? I said, let's go out and have a beer. You know what he says to me? You're not my beer guy.
Don't.
That's what he said to me, dude. Like, what the fuck does that even mean,
First
bro?
of all, I love that.
Just so the motherfucker, the only
stand
time
your ground. I mean, you're just not his beer guy.
I clearly I am when he comes.
You're
here.
my beer guy.
I appreciate that.
But he's also my beer guy when he's
clearly. Oh, you're his beer guy, but I'm not either.
Yeah,
now, so there's only one beer
Both
guy?
of my beer guys.
No, it don't make
But
no
you're
sense.
just not his beer guy.
He says we don't have that relationship. We don't go out. I said, what the fuck? He's like, literally. He's like, again, I felt like I was asking him on a date, and he told me no. But I guess I'm his beer guy because my refrigerator is always full, and he brings over one fucking Bud Light in a can.
You're not because you don't go to church.
Yeah, right. Speaking in church, that I was like, it took me a second.
You're his beer guy. I think he was just
no.
telling
Clearly,
you.
I'm not.
Well, maybe not.
No, what I was saying was we drink beers. That's the time I got allotted. I don't have any more time.
That's
it.
true.
But we weren't. This was a separate day. There was nothing going on.
I know.
We did have a big-
I
we
had
did
stuff
have a-
going on.
No, I'm not saying you might have stuff going on.
Yeah,
But that wasn't the answer you gave me.
I know. but
You
it
didn't
was
say I
better.
have stuff going on. You said we don't have that relationship.
No, I
because I had asked. It was Thursday, as a matter of fact. It was Thursday, and I said I was out and about, right? Because
Yeah.
my family left; they went away
Yep.
for the weekend.
Yep.
So I said, "Hey, let's want to stop up and pop in." I knew you weren't going to go. You don't go out on a Thursday night.
No.
So I said, and I knew we weren't going to drink at the house. So anyway, I said, either way, I was like, "Hey, man, let's see what this guy's doing." So I call him up. Hey, what you doing, bud? Hey, no, what you got? Oh, I just did a 400-mile bike ride. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. What'd you do with? Oh, yeah. I dragged across and I rescued a boat and I did all this shit. And I'm like, hey, well,
Made some fishes.
Right.
Fed some people some fish.
I said, hey, congratulations. Want to go have a beer? He goes, you're not my beer guy.
I
He's like,
just don't
no.
go to the bar and drink beers. That's it.
Well, again, that wasn't the answer you gave me.
But
You
the
said we
reason-
don't have that relationship. That's the fucking.
If you would have said wrestle a bear, maybe.
But he did reprieve me today. He says, if you ever want to go bike riding with me, I'm like, oh, can I do that? I can work out with you, but I can't go to a bar with you. Again, it would have been a nicer answer just saying, hey, I don't do bars. I'm all right.
Yeah.
I don't do bars. None of you
That's what I meant.
motherfuckers here do bars.
That's
I
what I
just-
meant.
It's not the
I
same
can't
anymore.
imagine. I'm a bar guy, man. I love going to
They
the
used to
bar.
be.
I love going to the bar. So yeah, that was a little disappointing. I was
I'm a beer guy.
I was a little taken back by that. But I have the best story in the world, right? So I'm glad. Well, I'm your beer guy. You can have a beer anytime you want out of my
appreciate
refrigerator. You fucking
great.
cunt.
That's great.
So this is what happens the other day, right? I get a phone call. I get a phone call. and says, hey, see, what you doing? I said, hey, what you doing, bud? How you been? Yeah, no, I'm in the hospital. I got to go. I said, what the fuck? You see, I'm giving you the premise. So it's like, hey, bud, what do you mean? Yeah, you're not all right? No, I got to go. I said, okay. All right.
I'm in the hospital. I got to go.
Yeah, got to go. Right. Calls me up.
But he calls you to tell you that he's in the hospital and I got to go.
Calls me, tell me he's in the hospital.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Friend of mine. So he says, so I'm like, I'm a little nervous. Like, what happened?
The phone call would say it all.
Who does that?
Yeah.
It's like me calling you. Hey, Dees.
Having a heart attack.
Yeah,
later.
Yeah. As I'm choking, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting around. This is like Thursday night. So I'm like, this is. I feel bad. Like he's a good buddy of mine, right? I know him a long time, right? So he calls me back. He says, I'm sorry, AC, I couldn't talk. I said, the doctor was coming in. I said, oh, yeah, all right. He goes, yeah. Now, let me set this up, okay? We've all seen commercials about medication.
Yeah.
We've all heard the side effects of every medication that's out there, right?
Not all, but a lot.
When you watch a commercial for medication, they give you, it does this to you, it does that to this.
Well, no,
to
they
that.
set up the scene like it's like you're running through and playing soccer and all this stuff.
Right,
and then
but
at the end they're like, it could cause nausea.
Correct.
You could die.
bleeding from your eyes.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me ask you a question, guys. How many people do you know that have taken medication and have actually told you when they were in trouble with the side effect? Anybody?
No.
Okay.
Not that many.
This is the phone call. Hey, guess what happened? So what happened?
It's a lie.
He says, it's going to be a tough story to get through. He proceeds to tell me that he went to a doctor because he was trying to get himself liquid Viagra.
Didn't know that came in liquid form.
They shoot him with liquid Viagra.
Who shoots
you
him
got
with
to take
liquid?
it intravenously?
Somebody has to go and shoot you with it?
They're doing a test to make sure that they can take the Viagra.
They're doing tests on him before he takes it and they know it's approved?
Correct. Well, they want to make sure that it doesn't kill him. I mean,
So he volunteered, like, I'll be the first guy.
No. He wants to take Viagra, okay? But they have to check him to make sure he can take the Viagra.
Time out. There's already Viagra out there that you could take. Like there's a Blue Chew and there's all this other
Correct.
stuff. Like, but he's like, no, fuck all that.
No. His doctor said you can't take Viagra until we test that Viagra will not kill you.
But
So
let's
we have-
test one that they haven't approved yet.
No, it's the same Viagra. It's just in a liquid form.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it's a drug that actually is out there.
It's Viagra.
Oh, okay.
It's liquid Viagra.
I've never heard of it.
Right. So they shoot him with liquid
Don't
Viagra.
have that problem.
Right. Now, again, you've seen 1,000 commercials, right? You see 1,000 commercials. If you have an erection for more than 6 hours,
Should be when you haven't right.
you need to go to the hospital. That's
So yeah.
what happened. He called me from the emergency room.
How long?
6 hours.
6 hours.
6 hours with a fucking rock hard cock.
He's slamming against the wall.
Dude,
trying to
it gets better, right?
That's crazy.
So I'm like, are you fucking serious? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, they shot me with a little Viagra. They sent him home, right? Because they wanted to see if he could take it because he wanted to change his pill. He wanted to go from one pill to another. He gets home. He's got this raging erection.
What was this? Did you ask him what his plan was when he got home? Did he like have a girl waiting for him?
Yeah, of course he had a girl waiting for him.
his
Yeah.
So
woman
wait a
waiting for
minute.
him?
He's like, hold on, I'll be back. I gotta go to the doctor and come back and have sex with you.
Yeah, he was gonna do. He was gonna do it because again, they're testing that he can handle the Viagra.
Hey,
Okay?
doc, I got a 9 o'clock appointment. Can we hurry this up? I got a chick waiting for me at the house.
No. They gave him the thing, sent him on his way. If it was gonna work, if he used it the proper way, he does his thing, it goes away. No harm, no foul. He gets home. It is so hard. It's throbbing where it's hurting him.
His wife's dead.
His wife never even got to it.
Oh my
She didn't even get to it. So 6 hours later, he's sitting there in his house with a full-on erection. He's like, calls his doctor, and the doctor says, has it been 4 hours? Over 4 hours.
The doctor calls you while you're having sex.
He called the doctor and said, I can't get rid of this erection. So the doctor said,
Doc, I'm done, but I'm not done.
doctor says, you need to get the emergency room stat. So this guy proceeds to get in his car with a raging erection, with a coat over it. Now he's tied a coat around it because he's got to go.
He's having trouble steering.
He's got to go. No, he's got to go to the emergency room.
Oh man,
with a raging erection. So I said, "How long did you sit in the emergency room? They make you sit, especially with a guy with a hard dick. They don't give a shit about you. There's a guy coming in with a bullet hole. You're waiting, right?" So he's like, "Yeah, AC, it was really protruding out the top of my shorts."
He's like, I'll fill that bullet hole.
He couldn't hide it at all.
out of everybody in there, they don't know what's going on with him, but they just know this guy's got a problem.
They know. They told him.
No, I mean, they can see it. Like,
they can see it. Yeah, the whole room.
We need to hurry him up. He really needs help.
He's making me uncomfortable.
So now he goes. See the emergency room. They call him back. "Hello, sir. What are you in for?" They don't know. The emergency room passes you to the triage section. So they take one look at him. They throw a guy out of the room because they need the room for him and his erection. So now there's a sick guy in the hallway bitching at him while his dick is still super hard.
We got a code red on floor 5. Code red on floor 5.
So, this is a true fucking. Now
That's insane.
you know some of my friends. This is a true story, and it only happens to one. Right? We're not going to mention any names, right?
Okay.
So they kick the guy out of the room, right? And they're like, "We need this room for this guy." So he's sitting there, fucking fully erect for this is another hour. Now he's into 6, almost 7 hours with this erection. So doctor comes in with a guy with like an intern.
A specialist?
They want to see just a regular ER doctor, but they must have talked about it and said, "You got to go see this," because nobody's ever seen the guy who actually is the commercial. Nobody's seen that guy. And when they say you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours, you can get the emergency room. Our guy became that guy. Nobody's ever before, I'm sure, gone into a hospital.
What would happen if it just kept going?
Oh, it would have
Kill you?
No, it would have bursted blood vessels. This is for what he tells me. And how is he not? Because he was in for it, right? They were like, "You were lucky to come." Because it could have busted blood vessels. Because all it does is rush the blood to that area, right? And it never would have been used again. It would have been like an elephant's
The
trunk.
doctor's in there like, "Okay, we're going to get this through."
Better. Close, but better. So the doctor comes in now with another guy, and he's like, "Look at this!" Right, rips off the blanket, there it is. Move the coat, and there it is. And he grabs it and he joysticks it.
Raw dog.
I said to him, "Raw." He goes, "Absolutely not. I would never let a guy touch me
So through
without
the
a glove."
boxers?
With a glove.
Oh, okay.
No,
So he
raw
had
dog.
the glove on.
Yeah, he had a
The
glove.
doctor
I
had
thought
the
you meant
glove.
raw dog with a. No, he had a glove on, but it was raw dog. If you mean raw dog, it was raw dog.
Yeah.
Yanked the shorts down, pulled it. It was like this, like this.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
And he's like, it was extremely uncomfortable. Of course, I was like, now I'm thinking. Now
Was
look,
he laying down or standing
yeah,
up?
of course he was laying down. You have Viagra, right, in you. So at the point that anything, if you've ever tried one, at that point, anything that touches you or anything like that gets you, like, that's what it is. It's about sex, right? So it gets you stimulated. So it is exciting. It's an exciting thing. Believe me, I've tried it. It's like a new Ferrari. All you young guys are like, "Oh, I would never. It ain't a problem." You don't have to take it because you have a problem, right? You can take it for the fun of it. It is. I'm telling you, it's like a Ferrari.
You're not really selling it.
Oh God, I had
to
one
me,
for.
I know.
I had one for 2 years. I went to this guy. I played poker with these guys, and for 2 years, this guy handed me a pill. 2 years, he said, "Try it, AC, try it." I'm like, "No, man, I'm not gonna do it." I'm a young guy. At the time, I was young.
Right.
He's like, try it. And you can ask CC, we'll bring her in here one day. I was like, I'm sitting in the basement one day. All of a sudden, I'm like, fuck it. I took it, right? All of a sudden, I was making a sandwich, and I was holding the towel off the top of it. After we had done the deed, I kid you not, my kids, I was upset. I hung a towel. I put a coat hanger on it. And then I was like, "Oh, everything's blue." And she's like, "Yeah, that's a problem." I said, "I like blue. So I'm okay if the world say blue." So let's get back to him for a minute, right? So he's in there, and they grab it, and they pull it back. So I'm like, were you getting turned on? Because that's the whole point of it, right? It gets you, because if somebody's going to touch it, that's Viagra, man.
But he's still in pain.
Yeah, he's in pain. He's in a bit of pain. It was excruciating. He was uncomfortable because it was for so long, and it gets extremely hard. I mean, it's solid, man, right? So this is the worst part of it. The worst part of it. The the doctor said, we're going to get you some, got to get you some ice, or we're going to have to shoot it with some sort of deneutralizer. like a needle. He tells me the needle is this long. Okay. Because it has to go through your side of your shaft and all the way into wherever it has to go. And it's filled with some sort of liquid nitrogen that just makes you go flaccid
terrible.
quickly. He's like, yeah, we hope that ice works. So they put the needle. The nurse says to him, here you go. Here's the bag's of ice. She says, wait till I leave the room to put it on. What? I said, what? I said, what? Like, the nurse has seen way more than your penis that's hard. He's like, yeah, she said, she gave me the ice. She like, literally, he's like, she dropped it on him and said, put it on when I leave. Like, two bags of ice.
By him, I guess what I'm asking, like, if he is that hard and then masturbates, would that relieve the pressure?
Yeah, he never got there. He couldn't because it started hurting.
So he was so hard he couldn't get
Just
to that point.
Yeah, he just.
But it would relieve the pressure off of him hurting that bad. How's that work?
We don't know. You don't know. All they said was take some ice. We're shooting it full of this because now we're into 7 hours. Now there's an erection for 7. A wrong hard erection for 7 hours. Right? He says he puts the ice in, and all of a sudden he's covered in ice from his belly button to his taint. He's covered in ice,
and he's just on a table like a slab of meat.
He's on the table, bro.
Oh my god!
And there's a guy. Remember, there was a guy outside moaning, like, "Oh!"
What does he have?
Who knows? They kicked him out of the room. He said
like a chest cold.
The guy was he said the guy was so pissed at him as he's wheeling by. He's like, "You motherfucker!"
That's insane.
I mean, isn't that insane? So the ice, it worked. It fucking worked.
Oh, wow.
And they sent him home, dude.
So they should basically, if they had that
Listen,
problem, I guess ice would be the thing you should just throw on your body.
But they made it very clear that it was a good thing he came in. Like, oh my God. You've never heard in all the years you've heard a commercial.
No.
You always think, who's that guy? The funniest thing about that is this guy that I'm talking about, all that shit happens to him. Like, all that shit happens to him. All of it. Anything that can go wrong medically goes wrong medically.
You got to make it's got to be a big move to actually make the call to be like, I got to go to the hospital. Like, you must be like in your house going back and forth. And
just
being
to,
like,
yeah. Just to walk in and have the conversation.
Yeah, I'm hard. I have a problem.
Yeah, you're standing at a counter.
That's crazy.
And your penis is staring at this woman. And she has nothing to do. She can't help you, but she's staring at your penis. You know, and then you have to sit in the emergency room. You got children running around. You got, and everything you're thinking about, you're trying to get this thing down. Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
Wow,
it's throbbing.
6
hours. Isn't that funny?
So he waited though. I don't understand because you said you got to wait 6 hours or whatnot. So, but he never tried to get it off. He never went home. It's because it hurt right away. Wouldn't that be like number one? Like, oh, it hurts. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Around,
well, this is what happens. He said they shot it in. Right. It took a little bit to go.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's driving home. It starts going.
All of a sudden he gets to the house and all of a sudden it starts throbbing, but he's figuring, okay, I don't know where the wife was. Maybe she was at work. I mean, I was laughing too hard to get the backstory. Right.
We should call him. We should call him in right now.
Yeah, we should. We should.
So
he's like, you do not use my name or where I live. And I was like, no, this is going on podcast tomorrow. He's like, you motherfucker.
He went to the doctor to get the shot to go home.
Correct.
But why? I mean, the pill just wasn't working.
Right, the pill wasn't working. It wasn't that it wasn't working. He was changing the drug he was on. So he was on one drug. Let's call it Cialis. I don't know what drug he was on. So he was on one drug, Cialis, and he was trying to change it to the other one because Cialis or whatever the original one wasn't working. So they wanted him to find out what he could tolerate, what kind of drug he could tolerate. So they were just changing medications for him because one wasn't working.
They put away chipmunk cock and pulled out elephant cock and just shot him up. And they're like, here you go, buddy. Deal with this.
Exactly.
Dude. Yeah.
And see how it goes, right? Because again, if you've ever taken one, when you take one, right, you can, and again, anybody out there, Try it. It's amazing. So
it doesn't sound amazing. This is the only story I've heard. Like really about anybody
I'm telling you. Well,
one guy
I
goes
just
really
gave you
well.
my story. It's fantastic.
The other guy's
I think
at the
I just stick to the pills.
50-50.
Yeah. Because I'm not saying.
Doctor,
I'm not saying shoot it. God, no, bro. I didn't say shoot. I said take a pill. I was not advocating to go to a doctor and get your dick shot. No. We're not talking about that.
If I do that.
But yeah, if you're asking for it, like I said, after 2 years of this guy hounding me one Saturday afternoon, bright Saturday afternoon, right? In the basement of Chicago home, I all of a sudden said, okay, I'll try it. And it was like a new Ferrari, dude. I went to the doctor and said, you give me one. Because now I know do you even know this, that when I go and get waxed and I know it's going to be daddy time, I eat one?
We don't have those conversations.
Oh, well, we are now.
No, we don't
so
need
if
to.
I know that we're going to get waxed on like let's say we do a Friday night or a Saturday night, and I know because I get filthy and jiggy and I want to do all that kind of stuff, I will take one. I'll take a half. I'll take one because, I don't know about you guys, you young fellow, but when you get a little older, you get waxed. It's whiskey dick, they call it, right? It just doesn't work like it used to work. But you take a Viagra in the morning, it don't matter, man. I could
when you say wax, you mean just like drunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant
because you get like waxed too.
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry.
thought you meant,
okay.
I didn't confused.
Waxed, drunk.
Oh, okay.
I always say waxed.
Yeah, because you were like, when I get waxed, I thought you were like taking one and then going to the waxing place. And you're like, hey, lady.
Yeah, give me hair.
Yeah. Hey, take my hair, honey. That would probably get me arrested. That'd probably get me arrested.
No, you're like, I can't do anything. It's the medication.
Hey, that's nice.
Time for that special rub.
Yeah. You don't have to get rubbed. You just don't. You can go to those places. I go to those places, and my CC knows they cheap. We've talked about this a million times. Cheap massage. You don't. If you're going to be, we're talking about Asian massage parlors. If you're going to go to an Asian massage parlor, and you want the special effects, you got to be first.
What's a special effect?
You got to be first in the morning. You don't want to be the last guy.
Like 3D?
You don't want to come in at 9:30 at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is so much
Stuff dripping off the walls.
Oh my God! You want to be first.
Guy comes out with a gong.
But you don't have. You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You go to Massage Envy's great. We had a membership there for years, right? And when we moved here, I had missed so many appointments that I had 25 between. I had 25. She had 25. You pay $100 a month or whatever they are, right? They give you one massage a month. I had about 25 massages that we could not use, and they wouldn't even let us give it to anybody else. So all that money I threw away. So I would never do. You want a massage? Yeah, you find a clean one, but you don't have to. You don't. They're not all seedy and shit. And they're cheap. They're $80 for an hour.
Yeah.
An hour. And again, if you want to be the guy that does the thing, you be first in the morning. You don't be last, bro. And they're first of all, they're too old. They're not. It's not. How exciting could that be, right? Turn over, fucking. I'm gonna look at some fucking 40, 60-year-old Asian woman, and be like, "Here you go." Shit, no feeling, nothing. Just
like I said, previous podcast back in the day, we talked about. I did one with a couple, and I got the fucking Hulk that did. The guy was huge, and his hands and his breath smelled the entire time. I was like, please just fucking snap my neck.
I thought I had, I do massages all the time, everywhere, all the time. I love it. And CC and I, we've done them on cruises, we've done them on the beach, we did them in Ireland, we did everywhere I've ever been. And I was on a cruise one time, and I did a dude, like I had a dude. And I walked out of there and I questioned my sexuality. It was such a good massage.
You had a big boner.
Yeah, it wasn't a bone because you can't really get a
for
boner
6
on a
hours.
massage. I don't know. Have you ever felt it? Like, do you do massages or no?
No,
Yeah.
I did.
Do you do
one.
massages?
I do massages.
You
Never.
can't. It's never a sexual experience,
No.
But it
Wasn't
was
that
just
one
such a
for me?
good massage. I was like, because at first I'm like,
Kind of hurts a little bit. I tell them to go as hard as they can. It kind of hurts.
Yeah, it does
There's
hurt.
a lot of breathing going on. Yeah.
See, I don't go as hard as they can because I got back issues.
Yeah,
If they shove an elbow in my back, it'll cripple me for days on end, right? So just staying on that topic, I was at the barber the other day, right? And I'm bullshitting with this guy, and I'm like, "Hey, bud, talking basketball all of a sudden." And this guy looked like you. Dees looked like you, right? And he was a big, tall guy, big guy, and he sits in the chair and he goes, "Hey, bud." He's like, "I'm not a guy." So he said to me.
Why do you have this conversation?
That's what he said to me.
It's so weird.
Right? I'm like, I kind of like, I'm talking to my barber because we're going to go lunch, right? I always take her to lunch and we'll go out, people join us, they won't join us. We'll go out to lunch, right? And so I'm a little thrown off by that.
Yeah. No way.
Like he's a really big dude, And he's like, and he was sitting in the chair. He was getting his hair done. And I was talking to him for a good 20 minutes, Hey, yeah, football. Who's your team, bud? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great.
Hey, I'm not a guy.
Hey, and he gets in the chair. He goes, hey, bud. he goes, I'm not a guy. I'm like, oh, okay. Girl? Should I say girl? Like, ma'am? He's like, yeah. Now I went into the whole story.
Darling,
he's
sunshine.
He's in the middle of it. He's in the middle of transitioning. He's like, that's why I grew my hair long. I was like, but I had long hair. I said, I wasn't. And he's like, yeah, I'm dating a transvestite. No, he's dating a cross dresser from one of those shows. Yeah, like a burlesque show. What kind
why
of
he's
show?
Cutting your hair?
No. This is a customer the barbershop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now he's opened the door. Right. So now I'm gonna go.
So he's sitting beside you, like
right across from me, like we're sitting now.
Yeah.
Why? He's sitting across from me, but I was done, so I was standing up, and he's in his chair, and he got in the chair, and it took him all this time to come to me and be like, "Hey, bud," like, "Hey, bud." He's like I had to I couldn't miss him, I'm like, doing? hey, what's going on, Miss Palmer? How you doing? All something behind me. I say, hey, bud. I turn around, I'm like, hey, yeah, what's up, bud? He's like, I'm not a guy. that's how it went.
Why?
I don't know. Because you want to correct me. I mean, I guess it's fair. It's fair if he's spending the money. So now he opened the door for me. So I asked him all the questions. I see you chopping it off. I said, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. It's a lot of money. I said, oh, okay, yeah. I said, but you getting your hair long? Yeah. I said, you're growing some boobs? He said, oh yeah. I'm doing the hormone therapy now. I said, it's clearly, you just started because your voice is really deep. I was like, you must have just. He's like, about 2 months ago. I'm like, all right, well, how long does that take?
Hey, yo.
Super nice girl, right? I'll be politically correct.
That's smart.
Yeah. He asked me to, you know? Yeah. I mean, I wasn't against the guy. We see, I wasn't against the girl. We became friends, but it was like very like alarming where I thought, when he said to me, I thought he was going to be like, come at me. After 20 minutes,
I think he was hitting on you.
I think he was.
Did you have the nails done?
Yeah, I was getting nails done.
You also told me you don't go to the barber; you go to the.
I heard you
hair
take
dresser.
Viagra.
I do. I don't let her cut my hair anymore. I do barber for beard. I used to let her cut my hair, and I'm okay with her cutting my hair. I don't want to act like I don't, because she listens and I love her. She will cut every once in a while, but I'm trying to grow it out. I kind of like, I like the salon aspect.
The salon. So were you at the salon or the barber?
I was at the barbershop.
Okay. I
was at the barbershop. Yeah.
It'd make more sense if you were at the salon. Yeah, and he walked in, he's like, "Ooh, and I don't see a lot of these guys around.
Yeah.
Let me tell him what I got going on."
Oh, he's like, straight
I'm a guy.
up. Yeah. He goes, "Nah, best part of it, like this. Hey, bud." I looked around like, he's fucking talking to me. Hey, oh yeah, I've been talking that long. Yeah, I'm a guy. He's like, I'm a girl. I'm like, oh shit, you are a girl. I was like, look at you now. I can see it. I couldn't see it. Bro. I couldn't see it all.
Did you ask him if he wanted to be on the show?
I did.
Or she wanted to be on the show?
100%. I asked her. I said, how about you come on? I said, we got, because she opened the door for me. She literally said, and let me ask her all the questions. I mean, I asked them all. I asked as much as I could in that short period of time because I had to go. I pepper her with like at least 5 questions. Cutting it off? Nope, not cutting it off. Just started the therapy. Great. Got boobs. Yep. Dating a guy. So I said, if you're dating a guy, what are you at that point? And he's just like, I'm bi. She's like, I'm bi.
I'm a Z.
I'm like, okay, you're bi. I mean, that's fair enough. It was just very.
And then he starts walking away, and he's like, oh, one more, and he walks back in the barber shop.
Wait, let me transition into the. So I'm looking for a haircut.
I like what you did there.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm looking for a haircut. Right? Am I up straight? I always feel like I got to lean forward for my mic.
You can do whatever you want.
I need to.
Mike's so big. Hey, I'm a guy.
As much as
Just picture tonight.
The more you start talking about cocks, the more you kind of get more on your mic. It starts going down your throat.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I don't find men attractive. You know, I love all the shit that women can do. I love the way women smell. I love that, but I love that I can do my nails. I love makeup. I love eyeliner. I love long hair. I love colognes. I love fancy clothes. I love all the shit that women have. But you guys are fucking gross. We're gross, man. I mean, what did we do before wet wipes? Like, what did we do? I knew I had a bidet for the last 20 years, right? Yeah. I saw it in a hotel and I bought one. It was called the Toto. So I was washing my ass way before all you motherfuckers were. But what did guys do? Because I remember back in the day when Cece and I first got together, right? She was telling you, I think I told you a story. I took this massive poop in a hotel, right? And wiped, but then we went out on this like jet ski and she said I stood up and I had a little stain. She's like, you have a stain, bro.
I used to put my hand up my ass like Jeff Dunham and just
with dry toilet paper.
Yeah, just be up in there, just get it out.
Even all those years ago.
I'm a guy.
Yeah. You know, that's sad. So I'll never forget that. She's like, "Oh, you got a little shit stain in your bathing suit." I'm like, "Oh, this is not uncomfortable." That's not uncomfortable. Yeah, I've been doing that for years. Yeah, for years I've had the when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, that's great because I love the Toto, man. You squirt that shit up there. It was phenomenal. So I'm going for a haircut. Right, this is the week before. A lot of hair drama this week. So I'm going for a haircut. Okay. So I go to this place and it's called Phoenix Salon. It's near us, right? I'm gonna pitch you Phoenix Salon, even though you know your people are fucking crazy. So I go in there, and what this is it's a room, right? It's a room. You know I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So it's a room, okay, and everything there's like doors. It's like apartments, and they're tiny, half the size of this room, you know. But they have like a sink, and they have so these hairdressers rent these rooms out on a monthly or whatever, weekly. I don't know how they operate. It's a very genius for the landlord, right? He builds a room, puts 20 doors in it, right? 20 different little sub compartments, right. Okay? And all these people rent it out. So let's say they rent it out $100 a week, $200 a week, whatever it is. Like, you know, because you go to a salon or a barber shop, a lot of those people rent those chairs, right? That's how it works, okay?
And the house is like a royalty to whatever they do.
Yeah. They pay them. It's like a chair fee, if you will. But this guy's probably charging them rent, right? Because they have their own little space, right? Right. So I'm on this thing, and I'm just. It's a Saturday, and I'm cruising around. I just want to be done. And I'm not looking to go to a barber shop because if I was looking at a barber shop, I would have went to my barber, right? Mm-hmm. But I figured because I want to let it grow out, I want to change it up a little bit, right? So I go into this Phoenix Salon, and I'm like, oh, okay. I go knock on one door. You take a walk in, no. Knock on another door. You take a walk in, no. Knock on another door. They don't even answer. Knock on another door. So I go to this big board. I'm looking up at this big board. Now I'm getting some phone numbers. I'm not even paying attention. I leave. All right? Nobody's doing this. I'm driving around. All of a sudden I look through Google, haircut near me. It comes up, oh, this person at 3130 South, Dunlawton, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, great. So I start calling them. Right? Nobody answers. So I'm driving around. All of a sudden, I find this little shit shop on the side of the road. Okay, go in. It's a salon. Go in there. Boom, little old lady. I say not that old, older than me. And she's like, "Oh, I do your hair now." Right? And I was like, oh, "Okay, great. You can do my hair now."
She's foreign.
Flip, yeah, foreign.
Okay.
She was Asian.
Okay.
We could do Asian voices because Bobby Lee does them.
Yeah.
The fuck, we need our token.
Well, he is Asian, so
we need a token Asian in here. Because he gets to say all the funny shit with that stuff, Yeah. When they talk about Bobby Ma.
That's funny.
It's funny shit. We love you guys, bad friends. That we want to be with you one day. Yeah. So this woman, I cut your hair. Okay, no problem. Cut my hair. Great. So I don't even think of anything later. Next day, I see a missed call. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. 386 number, local number, one who called me. And I always think it's my eyeglass company, right? People call me all day long, my eyeglass company, so I always return their calls, even spam calls. I'll answer every call because I'm not sure who's a customer and who's not, right? Just nature of the beast. So I call this person back, and they don't answer, right? And I'm like, okay, that's weird. No big deal. It wasn't weird. It was just no big deal, okay? And I couldn't figure out what it was. So all of a sudden I get a text. What do you want? Who are you? What do you want? So I'm like, oh, okay, from this number. So I'm like, you called me, right? So I responded, who are you? You called me. And this person goes, no, you called me. So I'm like, okay, all right. Sorry, I don't know who you are. Wrong number. So
they don't present themselves like they don't say, hey, we're the salon. This is just random talk.
They say nothing.
Jeez.
That's all they said. You called me.
You called me.
And I said, well,
What do you want?
Yeah. And I said, I don't know. I'm sorry. You called me. Because she did. She called me.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, I don't think anything of it. So I'm driving. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, shit. That must have been the salon people calling me. So now I'm thinking to myself, I don't want a salon woman being nervous that some dude is, whatever, because she heard my voicemail, right?
Right.
I didn't want to think some fucking guy stalking her. So I was like, that's it. It's Phoenix salon person.
Right.
So I call it. I hit, hello. Someone picks up the phone. Hello. They hang up on me. Right? Okay, no. Now this is fucking ridiculous. Now it's going into the realm of ridiculousness. So I get a call back. Hey, who's this? I said, who's this?
I'm a
He's
guy.
like, you keep calling my wife. I said, oh, fuck, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And you know me, right? And know me like that's you're not gonna start the conversation. I said, hey, look, guy, fucking back down, bro. I said, your wife work at Phoenix Law? Yeah, what's it to you? I said, here we are, bro. I said, are you kidding me? I said, I called your wife yesterday because I was trying to get a haircut. He's like, she don't do men's haircuts. I said, how the fuck am I going to know that, bro? How am I going to know on your So now I'm
not a man.
Yeah. This is 5 minutes of my life. Now I'm fighting with somebody's fucking husband because he felt I called her once.
For a business call?
For a business call.
That you do what you do.
I said, bud, back down, bro. You're all right. She's all right. I said, I'm not coming for your wife, but I said, I don't know who she is. I said, I don't know what she does. But if this is her hair cutting service, there's a reason why she's not answering the phone because she's got you. I said, you're going to be all right, buddy. Well, she don't do men's haircuts anyway. I said, well, clearly we know that now.
Yeah.
I said, I'll make sure I take her out of my book. Have a lovely day. Yeah, okay, bud. Click. What the
insane.
fuck? Don't go to the Phoenix salon, people.
I want a haircut, but I can't call until you don't know who you're gonna pick up.
You can't. Yeah.
And the security guard might get on the phone with you to tell you.
Like literally coming at me. Like he didn't even say hello. Who the fuck
I paid
is
the
this?
fool called my wife to need a haircut.
Yeah. It sounded like he had a fucking erection for 6 hours, and he was not going to. He wasn't gonna have anything of it. It made me think of. See, just that conversation made me think of. Did you all hear about the guy from Practical Jokers?
No.
That Joe Gatto guy? You haven't seen all over TikTok?
No.
Some girl is accusing him of sexual assault from like 3 years ago that she met him at a meet and greet. Oh, you didn't see it?
Nah.
See, when
I
we
love
get
that
this
show, by the way. Love it.
Yeah, is that guy? I don't watch.
Well, he's no longer on it, but I think he's still part. I don't know.
He's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
So the story goes that this girl, she was 19 years old. Now, I will never take away from, none of that is a joke, right? It's not a joke, of course.
No.
But I have issues with it. I have issues with the way it was presented. Now, I'm not saying it happened or didn't happen. We don't know that, right?
Yeah,
we can't choose to believe or not believe that. But what I have a problem with is if you're going to tell the story, we need, and Sherpa's working on this. We need Sherpa to give us where we can see behind us, right? I mean, we need it up here. Like, I need the green screen up because I want to click it through, and I will save all these because I save all shit. I do it all the time. This is what happens. She's telling the story while she's laying on a bed, okay, like with her like this, like forward, casually, just being like, yeah, I got essayed by Joe Gatto. Is that his name? Gatto? Gatto, right? And she's like, yeah, it happened. So she doesn't go to the authorities, right? She has a cat behind her, and she's like, don't worry about the cat. As she's telling the story, she's like, yeah, that's just my cat. Hey, can you knock it? Oh, kitty. Like she's not taking it serious enough even for herself.
But it's on like a big platform.
TikTok.
So that's crazy.
It's tonight when you go onto TikTok.
That's huge to do that.
Huge. So this is the problem that I have with it. I don't believe that it should knows no. Please knows no. All right?
Of course.
But she went to see him at a meet and greet. Okay. She started drinking. She said her words. She got hammered, right? Drunk. He started texting her to come to his hotel because he was in the town. Right? You can't say you didn't have an inkling that he may be interested in you. A guy and a girl.
I don't know.
Why you know what I'm saying? Like why? Why would now you can again no's no. So if she said no, that's one thing. But she never, in this whole conversation that she had, she never said that she told him no. She never said I pushed him away. She showed a picture of a huge bruise on her ass and said that's where he bit her. Now, I like to bite. I like to bite my wife. I mean, I do, right? Your throws of that thing, it happens, right? I just have an issue with, and I know it happens. We all know it. It's disgusting. It's terrible. It's a bad thing. Yeah. But I think it's gotten to a point in some aspect that you can't just go on TikTok without calling the police, without getting a report. You know, you can't put it out there.
Huge accusation. If that's true, you would go the steps. You follow the right steps.
At least
that's not the right step.
It's not the right step
at all.
You know, and now she's upset because everybody's giving her backlash about it. I just came across it and I was shocked by how it was. So then all of a sudden you do the deep dive and right away, you know, I think, right? I'm like, it's not really right to do it this way. You know, do the right steps. It may have happened. I'm gonna say it happened because I want to believe that a woman wouldn't try and take down a guy's career or whatever, just take down a guy because she had some vendetta against him. So I'm going to believe that it happened. She didn't want it to happen and it happened. But there's so many things that led up to it that I don't believe that she deserved it like that. That doesn't work for me, right? No woman, she wears a half shirt and a bikini in a bar doesn't mean she should be fucking, you know, attacked by any dude. That's just not, you know, it's not the way it works, right? I believe in the same thing with the abortion. It's not a guy's issue. We should be out of it. A girl can wear whatever she wants. If she doesn't want to deal with you, she shouldn't have to deal with you. Simple, right? But the way she went around it, she has literally dismantled this man's day. But everything she did took her to the position where she got drunk. She got in an elevator. She couldn't even get the elevator. She was texting him, how do I get up to the room? So there was a whole thing that led up to this. And then a year or two later,
she throws that out there.
You're going to put it on TikTok.
So let me ask you this. I've not seen the video. So in the video, is she like talking like it's not it's a big deal, but it's like, yo, this is what happened.
Yes.
So there's really not like she got sexually abused, more or less than just her telling the story and just throwing it on TikTok and acting like this is what happened. He did this to me. And doesn't seem like you really like you were really worried about what happened. I don't know. I don't know how that
you got to see it.
It's
like
tough.
She literally was like, and you want to see if you can't point. Oh, you don't have your computer up? No computer today? Oh, you all right? Okay.
That's
I'm good. Okay. Listen to it.
So yeah, she has literally dismantled this man's day. And again, if he did it, you're a scumbag, and you should pay the price. Yeah. But don't like be talking to your cat like everything was fine, you know.
Yeah,
like,
but she got 6 million views, bro.
I mean, we encourage anybody.
She got 6. How'd you know that?
I don't know. I just guessed.
Oh yeah, it was like 3 to 5 million views.
I would say we encourage anybody that feels like they're a victim to come forward. Absolutely,
go to the cops.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't go to TikTok.
Do it the right way.
Yeah, don't go to TikTok.
Yeah,
and it's being like, and she's like really upset because everybody's lashing out at her. And again, I could never be the guy. I could never be the guy that has a fight with somebody on Facebook. Like I did that once with Rick Murphy.
That frustrates me more than anything. Like
you can't.
There's always two sides of the story, but you throw your story on there, and then everybody's just like, "Oh, that has to be this person you're talking about," without the other person knowing what's going on. It's just, just a bitch move.
It doesn't make
it really is a bitch move.
It doesn't make any sense. You're gonna have a fight on fucking social media, you know. And that's one thing about my barber. I love her to death. She looks for it. Like if there's something going on and she thinks it's an injustice, she will fucking troll people she doesn't even know. And then she'll put on social media, like her post for the day will be like, "Come on, motherfucker, somebody be racist today," just so she can have it all. And I'm like, girl, you gotta. I said, put the shit away. So now this guy's now forced to defend himself from something because she said she was 19 at the time, and when you see her, she looks totally different. You can tell it's years later because she looks totally different than she did because she was showing all the pictures of that night. Like she kept everything. Yeah. You know, but never went to the cops, never went to, you know.
You know what's funny is you always hear about these accusations like from celebrities. A lot of them are for celebrities.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, of course.
And
you not doing it for me and you.
You never hear the aftermath.
AC came after me on.
Who's AC? You do hear some of the times where they get thrown in jail for it actually happening, but then you never see the ones that fell through and then, like what happened to them, for making those false accusations. And again,
we saw Michael Jackson. Some bitch should have been in jail.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, but he got off. Do it the right way. He got it the right way. Come forward.
Look at Cosby. He got off. He got convicted and then he got off.
Yeah, but social media is just crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
I went to the dentist the other day. I scheduled this for, I went to the dentist. I scheduled an appointment 6 months in advance, right? And I get a reminder text message. They send you your appointment's on this day, this, that, and the other. So I get there, and it's always a pain in the ass, right? It's in the middle of the day. You got to take off work, or we were on spring break, bunch of schedules. Life's busy. So I show up there, and I walk in, and the lady's like, you're not in the system. You can wait around for maybe 45 minutes, and we might be able to get you in if you just want to sit, but there's no guarantees. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, so what do I do? What's my course of action? It ain't this lady's fault who's sitting behind the desk, right? So I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but it's just not going to happen, right? So I'm walking out the door, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a bad Google review. So there's levels to the game. Of course I did. So there's levels to this game, though. There's levels to this game, right? I could have and then my mind goes, okay, I could go in all the community groups in the area and just bash them. But it's the same thing. I was an injustice. Me as a single person who feels like they were done wrong has the ability now to make that heard. And if people want to pick it up and run with it, they can pick it up and run with it or not. But it gives instead of in the past, there was a filter, right? It was the media filter.
Yeah.
You can go tell somebody in the media your story, and if they're like, that's a gnarly story, then they'll print it in the paper and thousands of people will see it, right?
News will get on
So now the people decide what the filter is, and one person can air their injustice, and the people decide if that's worthy of getting 5 million views. So it's more of a problem with society than it is the one single person who feels done dirty.
Sure. But let me ask you this.
Watching it 3 times, and now you're going to go watch it. There's 4.
Right. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
And everybody's listening going to go watch it. That's 100.
I know. How about that? 1,600 people. We won't talk production. So... and 73,000 followers.
Yeah.
We've had 73,000
Go check the girls' reel out.
Thank you, podcast land.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Before you did that,
right?
Did you try and get with them in the office? Did you call the office and say, look, I need to slow this down? There was a problem, and let them try to sort it out before you did that? Or did you just leave the office
I look at
right away?
I look, bro, at the end of the day, that was 4 hours out of my life.
Right.
At the end of the day, that was 4 hours out of my life. My first thought was to be get the dentist out here. I want to talk to the dentist.
Yeah.
But then that causes a scene, and then
it doesn't matter because
I see what he's saying.
Did you get the person? Did you with the appointment? Did you actually see the dentist at any point?
No, dentist came out. Nothing.
No. So you never. So you had this appointment. They confirmed the appointment. Then they told you don't have the appointment.
When I showed up there.
But you didn't get into the appointment.
No appointment.
So they sent you away. Okay. And at that point, you still didn't ask to see the boss.
I said, all right, then that's fine. See you later. Called another dentist on the way out. And then
you got in.
Yeah, to another dentist.
How long were you there?
Schedule another appointment.
How long were you there? How long did you end up?
4 hours.
Having the conversation. Wow. No, I'm just talking about the whole process, right? Scheduling, driving up there. It's 45 minutes away. Driving back 45 minutes. Middle of spring break. This, that, and the other.
That's crazy.
So I wrote a really nice Google review.
I love Google reviews. That I appreciate. Yeah. But I would have never left.
I know you would. My first thought,
you would have been fighting with everybody.
My first thought was, I wish I could call AC and you could just tap them in, go, get them.
You can.
Yeah. I will.
I could be, we could say we're husbands.
Yeah. Well,
who's going to know? My husband's up there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not a man.
Yeah.
Stats would lose her mind if I called her scene somewhere. She would lose.
Yeah, I know. Cece don't. Cece knows. She says, don't listen. She's on my back. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I still do it. Yeah. Right? It's not about making a scene. He had injustice done to him.
I agree.
He took his day. Though you sound like my accountant, even counting down the fucking 45 minutes you drove there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, it was like I could have done a million other things.
I understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of it you can't account for that time. Like you're right.
Just
see his pad, 2-minute phone call.
Yeah.
At the end he's got a little plus.
Exactly.
And that's how he got to
I took a shower and it was to go to the dentist.
I took a shower. Got up at 7.
Yeah.
Took
exactly.
A shower,
yeah.
Drove there.
Had to go to McDonald's.
I can't have a beer with AC because I got to go to the dentist.
Yeah. No.
We're not going to hear about it on the podcast.
Yeah. We're not on that level. That was any other excuse would have worked. Hey, I can't. I got the shit. He says we're not friends like that. That's what he said.
You're not my beer guy.
Not my beer. He's like, we don't have that relationship. You're not my beer guy. Like, what the fuck?
That
does
is
that mean?
funny. That is funny.
Like I had.
What did you do? You're like,
I laughed. No, I laughed. I've never heard that.
I don't have any beer drinking buddies, man. I don't do it. I just don't go drink beer.
You do. We drink beer all the time.
While we're working.
Oh. So
Yeah.
you have no relationships outside of
I
work.
did not just go drink beers.
You
no, outside
you
of
were
work.
at your friend yesterday.
Whose? Oh, yeah, but there was
Or a party.
Yeah.
Wait, that was a-
I wasn't beer drinking though. I was just hanging
You
out.
said you were beer
Might have had a
drinking.
beer, but I didn't go over there to drink beers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, because
Yeah.
this is
He
like
came to the
season.
party. He was a party guy.
What party?
We had a birthday recently. He was at the party.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
drink beers there.
There you
Yeah.
go. See,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
around. I
Yeah.
bought.
Oh, you mean here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's the
maybe he
last time
thought,
I had a beer.
maybe he thought that was work.
Maybe I was his beer guy because he was there.
Like there's just such a. I laughed. I didn't. It didn't deflate me. I thought it was fucking fat. I had to ask. Wait, what did you say? I said, wait a minute. Oh, I'm only good on fucking Friday night.
You instantly wrote that down.
Oh, it was so fun. I totally. It's my notes. I got notes all over this. I thought it was. I just love the guy for that shit.
Yeah.
Like I love you for your words and your fucking not getting it right and having the rabbit. And I'm sure you guys love me for the fact that I would call the dentist. I'd have the story about I didn't leave that dentist for 4 hours.
Yeah, you would have spent the time.
I would have fucking lit. I lit up a dentist. I'll tell you, funny you bring that up. I lit up a dentist because we got insurance, and all of a sudden the dentist tells me the dental office tells Cece that because we have insurance, the price went up.
Yeah, everything's a robbery now.
I said, hold the fuck on. So she Cece got the appointment. She had the appointment, but she paid extra. So I got everybody on the phone. I got the dentist. I got a credit. Fuck yeah, I got a credit. I got the dentist on the phone. I got his wife on the phone. I had everybody on the phone. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You can't tell me. So I said, the minute CC said, we're not going to use the insurance, that should have been it.
Yeah.
The conversation was over. You go back to the cheap price and you fucking let us pay. You don't say, oh, no, you already told you have insurance. That's not the way it works. So I was, when she wasn't even home before I called the dentist's office. She was on her way. I said, no, you stay there. She's like, I'm not going back. I said, no, you got to go. I'm not going back. She's like, I know what you're going to do. I'm not going back. I said, okay, well, I'm going to get some credit for next time. Fuck yeah, I got some credit. I mean, I had everybody on the phone. She's like, well, and I'm not loud. I'm not obnoxious. I'm logical.
I've seen you get loud.
I can get loud,
yeah.
but it's logical, bro.
I
Tell me what you're doing. I need to understand
I
how
agree
this
with
works.
you.
And I said, my whole purpose was the minute they said that it was more expensive because of insurance, okay, CC should have been like, call me. I would have said this. Okay, hold on there, dentist. Hello, fucking dental. Bam's off. That's what I would have said. Take my kid off the insurance. We're not using it anymore.
Yeah.
Conversation's
Yeah,
over.
absolutely.
Sorry, doc, we don't have insurance anymore. Now what? Oh, we're back to the cheap price? Let's do the cheap price. There was to have the balls to say that to somebody and then say, oh, you already told us? I was fucking out of my mind. Like, and my time, I spent an hour on that phone with everybody. I was hoping it was going to be more. And she got home. She's like, what happened? She's like, yeah, so you know what the fuck happened. I know what happened. I said, you'll be back at the dentist in a couple months and we have a credit.
And you'll have 6 cavities.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, damn it.
This tooth is clean.
Everybody knows. What's the rule, T? You don't want me to say something? Don't tell me.
Yeah, that is a rule.
I will fucking help any of my friends. I will help you with whatever you got help. You and I were dealing with the fence. I would have gladly gone that fence guy. And you told me don't do the fence guy. I'd have called you dentist. Like T gets a beautiful fence put up and yeah.
Well, there's a concept. We could have people comment their problems, and then we could call in on the show, and you could.
We'd
just,
love to call.
Yeah.
That's
you
what we have
could
to do
call the
live.
people. That's what I'm saying. You
Oh,
can do that. That's a good concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Text us, email us. Sorry, you can't text us. You can. Well, you could text me. DM us through a Complete Nonsense Podcast on YouTube, at Spotify, at Apple. You can go to our Facebook page, right? And you can tell us all your problems, and I will gladly.
Yeah,
Or any crazy stories
leave a
you
brief
might have.
description, and AC
dealt
will
with.
be in contact, and we'll get them live, and we'll air it out.
Yeah.
AC will handle your problems.
Any of them.
AC, the problem solver.
It's not even a problem solver. You just got to get ahead of it.
Yeah, and we don't
Yeah.
got. We won't even mention your name except the
No.
business that did you dirty.
Yeah, just dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah. There's a lot of people trying to
You
do
see
you dirty.
me rolling.
I know.
Is it too late to call my dentist office?
I would
we can
call
start with my
Let's do
dentist
that.
office.
Let's do
I'll
that.
call him on Monday. I just can't believe, again, you have the balls to tell your friend, you know, our friend, but you don't have the balls to tell the dentist, drag him out here and fucking tell me why I'm standing here, especially if you
I don't care if he's cleaning a molar. Get him out.
I would have waited. I'd have
I
fucking
know, I
waited.
know.
And then, like, we're his friend and he fucks us. Could you imagine if we weren't his friend? Well, clearly if we weren't his friend, it wouldn't matter. You just go home.
Yeah, right. Write a Google review.
Right?
Make a Facebook post.
Which
I just
one
can't do the Google. I've looked at it before.
I like
I've
people
wrote
up.
them. I'm like,
And I not only like people up, I also give people glowing shit.
Yeah, me too.
I
use it
love
both ways.
glowing shit.
It goes two ways.
And they always call me. They
What's
do.
the
They call me.
glowing shit?
I tell good things.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Like that too, which I want to say hello to. It takes two men. Two men. Oh, let me make sure I got that right.
Takes two men.
I think it's called. It takes two men.
Do
Luann-
what?
saying
What are
that
you
to
doing?
me.
That's a.
Don't say that to me again. Ever.
It can't be the name. See if you had your computer up.
Two men in a truck.
Yeah.
No. That's the
College hunks.
They have that one, but that's not what it is. Her name is Luann. We love her. It takes two. Yeah, it takes two. It takes two men. It's a moving company. See, it's a playoff of that. So they are fantastic. They came. Everybody else was
They
telling me
came
no.
everywhere. They both took Viagra.
Takes two men. They came. They got Viagra in their cock.
So
I'm a guy.
I was looking for a moving company,
That's
and
the
everybody was
episode.
telling me no, they were too busy. This one came right away. Boom, showed up, took care of the biz.
Left AC satisfied.
I was satisfied. I love a good review. You know, one thing
Did some skiing.
One thing about businesses, and you all know, so I'm going to give you a business point right in. This is for free, podcast land. You're only as good as the people around you.
Yeah.
Your job,
I agree with that.
you're only as good as the people around you. Your job, you really that doesn't really stand.
Yeah,
for
because
you.
tires are tires. You know, and they get filled and they get deflated.
right.
And
You
that's
either
what
fill
it
the
is.
tire or you don't.
Yeah.
But you still have to. It still depends on the people in your office that are getting the rest of the cars done. Right?
Yeah.
Because then you all get it. But there, when a company does good, it's for me better to let them know, and their bosses, because everybody's always giving you the shit side of it.
Oh yeah, that's
Everybody.
That's usually what happens.
And that's why I've been very fortunate with Anglo, because it's just a good. We make a good product, and I'm not here to pitch it, but I very rarely hear complaints about the product. I just hear about how my ex-partner makes the shit in China now, so they're all mad at me, thinking it's me, but I have to correct that on a daily basis, as you know. But it's good to hear when they do good or their employees do good. You tell the fucking manager, because they need to know, because they always hear the shit stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Always,
Always.
always, man. But yeah, you got to go back to that dentist. Man up, bro. Man the fuck up. I just see him. The best part of him again is he's probably got a little pencil, his little visor, his little fucking green visor like my accountant. And he's like,
That was 4 hours of my time.
yeah. And you had to add it up, Because right away, Dees and I think you stayed at the dentist for 4 hours and you still didn't get seen. But no, that's not what he's
I'm gonna
calculating.
go Google review right now.
As he's sitting there still waiting. Did I win? Did I fucking win? Yeah. So we are going to, okay, guys. We're going to run an episode we have next week, because the Dees, I'm sure we're coming to a close today. The Dees is going to be gone next weekend. Let's hear it for the Dees going away.
Tough crowd.
Two bunch.
Wow.
I think we're gonna have an off-air conversation. I think I need you to, like everything else you can do with your computers, I think you should give me or him the buttons.
That's I can do that 100%.
Can you do that?
Right
I
on, yeah.
I want to be the button guy.
Yeah, you can be.
You want to be
buttons.
button guy?
I do. wanna be the
All right,
button guy.
because then you can run your shit over there, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And then, because you don't really care about the buttons. I mean, I know you love the buttons. And I'm not being
All
a dick
right.
or anything, but I think that if we
you can
took,
take the buttons.
you
I'm
wouldn't,
good.
that would work. But would
I'm
you be
good.
able to do that?
New job.
Well, you'd have to check. We'll talk about that later. Anyway,
check.
so Dees
Yeah.
is going away. Can we get a hooray for Dees?
You want a
going away?
hooray or you want a claps? What do you want?
yeah.
We're getting claps.
No, you know what I want?
What do you
No,
want?
I want an explosion, because he never goes away.
Oh,
Yeah.
explosion it is then.
I want to give a shout out though. Can I give a shout out?
Yeah.
I want to shout out to my boy who's getting hitched up with his new bride.
Oh,
I'm not going to
congratulations.
say last names, but Brock and Chantel. Congratulations.
Is that his last name, Chantel?
No, it's not his last name.
Okay. I thought he was being funny.
No.
He said, "Bro,
Congratulations. Love you guys.
that's good.
Going to a bachelor party next week.
Next week,
Yeah.
he's going down to Tampa.
Yeah.
He's gonna make bad decisions. I hope he'll never do anything that. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. You're not gonna cheat on your wife. You're not that
Nah.
built like that. But you're gonna make some bad decisions.
I do.
I hope you
I do make
end
some
up in a
bad
bush somewhere, hammered out of your skull.
They all know
with
people know me. I
Goldschlager.
get hammered. You know?
What?
I get hammered.
Yeah. And you know what? The beauty of this hammering you're not gonna have anybody there to drag you away. That's what we got to hear for. God,
that's the scary part.
is it though? You're gonna be with your boys, man.
Yeah, I know.
The guys you grew up with. And you know what else he's doing
Love
there,
my guys.
Sherpa?
Love my guys.
He's gonna go gambling.
Yeah.
At the heart, he's gonna fucking do it all next week. I'm happy for him.
Hope you make it back.
Yeah, you got to make it back.
Yeah,
bro.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to make it back.
you just put that party.
I just got to
down.
bring defense.
Any issues? Any issues at all? Call AC.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He knows I'll come get him.
Come get me.
Yeah, and Stax is like, I'll go get you. I said, sweetie, you're not driving to get him.
She'll
I get
go.
my
She
guy.
will. She would.
In a
She's that
heartbeat.
person.
Yeah, I know.
She
She drove to the Keys to pick up her fucking 40-year-old son.
She will go.
Yeah,
She will go.
she
She's
will.
loyal to her family.
100%. But yeah, have a good time.
Yeah.
I hope you have some good stories. Congratulations,
have-
Brock Chantel.
Yeah.
Brock and
Brock and Chantel.
Brock and Chantel. Gotcha. Hope that's a great wedding. And you're doing the bachelor party.
Yeah.
And you got anything on the agenda there, Sherpa? You besides no dental appointments or anything?
No.
You're gonna come visit me this week because we got some work to go over.
Yeah.
So we might as well do it.
Time.
We might as well do it this week. We'll have beers. I'll bring beer. Just I'll be your beer guy that night.
All right. Fair enough.
Shit,
Fair
motherfucker.
enough.
But we also have a guest coming up in the future. We talked about last couple.
I
episodes.
was trying to do it for next week, but I forgot you're gone. So I'm going to push her out to the next week. So we're going to do one of the two, but one will be in. Either be on the phone with us. Are you going to have that squared up by then?
We can go. We can rock and roll. We can handle
But-
that the other night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like we got to do another test call.
That's fine.
We should try one this week. And with that, I want to play us out. There you go. There you go. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
I
I do want to encourage our audience to reach out. Reach out to us if you want to talk about things. You want to be
Please.
on the show. We'll talk to you and try to get you on the show, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we love you
definitely get
guys.
you on the
We love
show.
you guys. Hit that subscribe button. We love you guys. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Hit them all. Have a review. Leave a review, grab a brew, baby.
Oh, that's because you're not drinking
Yeah,
today.
I'm not drinking today.
You got anything,
Well,
Sherp?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? Yeah, okay. Well, that's sad, but okay. I want to say, try some Viagra.
No, don't.
Pill form, not
Don't.
liquid. And to my buddy out there who that came to,
I'm
thank you
sorry.
for that story. It's a great
That's
story
a
in the
great
world.
story.
And with that, can I get a little music?
You want it again? You go too long.
Is it wrapped up?
He always does that to me.
That's
That's
Does he
why
have a
we
big cast on it?
Yeah, I can't get rid of the buttons.
Does he
from him
still
because
have his wiener?
He has those buttons.
I love
Like
the
he's
buttons.
good with that.
I want the buttons bad.
I know, but yeah.
I'd be a little
I'm gonna have to try the buttons.
Maybe
out.
I'll try it.
But he does all this button stuff. So do I
It's just
sacrifice
another
those
button.
buttons?
It's just another button. You're fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, with that, AC out.